Hey everyone, welcome back to Thursday, our back day. For those of you guys just tuning in, make sure you check out the first video. It provides some excellent pull-up variations as well as really what I just treated as my warm-up for today. Now I did a few different exercises. I can't remember exactly how many. So hopefully they didn't throw off my game for making these 100 pull-ups. I hope you guys will be cheering me on. I'll kind of stop the video every 3 sets just to kind of break it up. That way it's a little bit easier to view than have one really long video. Now, those folks who have been joining me will remember normally my first set I do clapping. And honestly, my claps look a little bit more like this, and then I grab the bar again. However, I just have a bar that a good friend of mine that lent me, so it's not secured onto the wall. So unfortunately, I'm not going to do any clapping pull-ups. I don't want any crazy bloopers making their way around YouTube, or maybe I do. You know, who knows? That might be funny. So for my first set, I'm going to do over. In that first set, I'm going to be as explosive as I can on the way up, and then go down slow. Second set, I'm going to do under, and then on my under grip on the first set, I'm going to do an L, and maybe the second set of under I'll do a tuck. Who knows? Maybe I'll have enough energy to do both an L. And then the third set, I'm going to go as wide as I can. But again, I'm limited by the length and the frame of my door. So if you have a really good pull-up bar at home, feel free to get pretty wide there. If I had to say anything, I'd say this is about as wide as I'd like you to be. Excuse those pit stains. I'm getting warm. So before we get to it, big shout out my level 4 guys. How we doing today, fellas? Walter, Dexter, Benny, Oliver, and Mateo. I hope you guys are all keeping up with the workouts, hopping in on YouTube, and making sure to chime in on those daily challenges. Also, today at 3 o'clock, just a reminder for you boys, we do have our Zoom meeting, so I look forward to seeing all of you there. I want to send out another special shout out to Asa. Thanks for tuning in, bud. And any of the rest of the boys team, hit me up in those comments. Let me know if you guys are still watching. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so now that my body's good and warm from demonstrating some of those early exercises, I'm going to get right to my first set. Let me pan up so you guys can see me. There's the bar. Let's get to it. All right, there. Woo! There you have it. My first set of 10. You guys might notice a little kipping action. Again, I'm really just trying to be as explosive as I can on these. Really get fast up that bar. I can't be as explosive as I normally am, as I mentioned before. In between these sets, I'm going to be doing some PT work. So my adduction from my injury that I had about, a little over a year ago now. So feel free to hop in on those. If you're not doing the adduction, I suggest finding, if you guys have any injuries anywhere, working on those injuries. If you need some exercises to address any of those issues, please drop a line in the comment. I'd be happy to help out. On this first set, I'm just going to start by stretching out my biceps and my pecs. I tend to get really tight in my biceps as we're going through all these pull-ups. Okay, hope you join me on this. I'm going to do about 10-20 seconds on each side. So how's everyone doing today? Week 3? I can hardly believe it. Time is really just flying by. You know, it's so funny. I've been really looking forward to getting all these errands done at home, and I still have so much to do. And here we are, already in week 3. So I'm going to have to start prioritizing some things and making sure I have enough time left to accomplish everything I need to before kind of back to our normal lives. How about you boys? Do you guys have anything you're hoping to accomplish before we're back to our normal lives? Tristan, you got a big Lego set you're working on? How about you boys at home? Any big Lego dreams? Building that new Millennium Falcon, maybe, or a whole big Star Wars universe? Let me know. How are you guys staying busy? Taking the dogs out for those walks. Do a little, open up my shoulders, open up my chest here as well. But hit me up in those comments, folks. It's been really great. All the feedback and emails I've been receiving from parents families and just the YouTube community as a whole. It's always nice to see, even though it's just a couple of folk chiming in on the comments. That's really cool. So if you're not part of the Multnomah Athletic Club, thanks for tuning in. Again, we have a lot of kids who will be watching this channel, so I appreciate your kindness in those comments. I want to make sure they're able to comment though, so thank you for that. Okay, this set is under grip. I'm going to be challenging myself with doing those in an L. Yesterday's group workout was awesome. It was also really challenging. So I'm kind of feeling that strain in my lower abs again. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to do my best. Again, we want to make sure that our lower back stays round through these and hips tucked under. We want to make sure that we're not flaring out on our lower back and creating a strain there. If you find that to be the case, I'd say try and tuck. Make sure your knees are getting as close to your chest as you can. And if that's too hard, just kind of do them in standard pull-up position with a slight pelvic tilt, okay? That'll really help you engage your core as you're doing these pull-ups. All right, round 2. Here we go. Right. You know, it's so interesting. I've been having a hard time deciding, am I getting stronger while I'm away? All these calisthenic bodyweight movements really like a great change that my body needed. Also, sometimes just varying up your workout can really help give you that boost, break through that plateau that you might have been hitting. So for those gym rats like myself, I hope you guys are enjoying all this bodyweight mix-up. For all you level 4 guys, I really hope you guys are enjoying some new movement and also hopefully just some movement that we do traditionally in the gym. But you guys, oh wow, I can actually do all this stuff at home. I'm going to stay fit in between practices so that way I can come back fierce. Now you might notice I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm getting a little out of breath. I'm going to take a little rest before I hit this next set. Again, ideally, our target is about a minute to a minute and a half. However, these bulking exercises, a little bit extra rest is a-okay. Listen to your body. If you're like, Coach, you're talking way too much, feel free to skip ahead, hit that next set. However, again, listen to your body. Our goal is to do 10 each time, really making sure our form is good, our bodies are feeling good, and we're ready for the next. We're not just pushing so hard so fast that by the time we get to that third set, it's like, oh, I can't even do one. Our goal is 100, not 10 or 30 as fast as you can, okay? I'm going to take a couple breaths, and let's get to this third set. Whew. Those wide ones are always so hard for me. All right, team 30 done. We're doing great. I can see we're about at the 9-minute mark. I'm going to hit stop on this one. I'm going to go downstairs, get some water because y'all need to be drinking that water. So do I. And hop in for the next set of 30. See you guys in the next video.